Do you want to be a carry in your team? Someone who becomes super strong in late game? Then this hero might be the right one for you. Introducing Jing Wei, the spoiled daughter. Jing Wei was born in a wealthy family, or in a noble family. She is strict on herself and others. Despite being spoiled, Jing Wei doesn't want to be dependent on others, while at the same time she doesn't want to lower her quality of life. Even after becoming poor, she still holds her pride as a noble. Knowing her family's situation, she takes on part-time job to survive. Jing Wei's race is Demon. Her height is 161 centimeters. Her weight is 41.1 kilograms. Her birthday is February 11. She is a student at Meta High School. Her Japanese voice is Taneda Risa, and her Chinese voice is Su Wan. Her specialty as a hero is Poke. She is recommended in the lower lane. Her damage type is Attack Damage Carry, and her hero type is ADC. Same as Attack Damage Carry, that's what it means. Right now, Jing Wei is one of the most used characters in the game, and it's because of her insane skills and ability. She's also a hard carry in late game, which makes her really hard to kill. Now let's talk about the skills of Jing Wei. Her passive skill is called Angry Bird. Yes, you got that right guys, Angry Bird. After using a skill, her next normal attack will deal 50 plus 5 times hero level plus 125% physical bonus physical damage. The attack will also bounce to another enemy behind, dealing 50 plus 5 times hero level plus 5%. Wait, what is this? Is this a minus or underscore? 10% of target's max HP plus 125% physical bonus spell damage. Yes, there's a lot of math in Jing Wei's skill. It's really confusing. The damage increases as Jing Wei's level increases. Triggering her passive skill will reduce the cooldown of each skill by 1 second. Take note that to trigger her passive, you need to activate a skill, then do a normal attack. So basically, it's skill, normal attack, skill, normal attack, skill, normal attack. Her passive has no cooldown, which makes it really overpowered, since you can continuously spam your skills to your enemy. Again guys, there is no cooldown on her passive. So every time you use a skill and then you do a normal attack, it will reduce the cooldown by 1 second. Now let's go to her active skills. Her first skill is called Grenade Launcher. This skill does 500 plus 130% physical bonus physical damage. Once it hits the target, the damage will be delayed for 1.5 seconds. This skill also benefits from crit bonus, meaning the higher your crit rate or crit damage, the more damage it does. I know, right? It's a little bit confusing, but once you use her, you will know how this skill really works. The Grenade Launcher also does an AoE damage. Once it explodes, it will also damage the enemy beside the main target. For her second skill, it is called Crimson Dash. Jing Wei dashes towards a direction leaving a feather trail. Enemies on the trail will be slowed by 40% and lose 35 armor for 1 second. It can also be used to escape dangerous situations. Well, this skill is not really that flashy, to be honest, because almost all heroes have dashes. Lastly, her third skill is called Deadly Chains. So what is Deadly Chains? This skill deals 400 plus 80% physical bonus physical damage and stun the target for 0.5 seconds. That's it. However, if there is another enemy behind the target, the chain will pull both enemies together, causing 400 plus 130% physical bonus physical damage and stun them for 1 second. Jing Wei also gained 15% physical penetration for 5 seconds if the skill is successful in pulling both enemies. Once awakened, the skill can now chain 2 enemies behind the main target. Take note that if you attack the enemy behind, it won't chain the enemy in front of it. So, it means that you need to attack the enemy in front of Jing Wei. Take note that Deadly Chains has a specific distance, meaning it won't chain the enemy behind the main target if it is too far away. Chaining both enemies will take a lot of practice because there are specific angles where both enemies can be changed beside the front region. Another thing is that Deadly Chains can also be used on mobs or creeps. Despite having an overpowered skill set, Jing Wei only shines as an ADC in late game because she is a hard carry. However, she has a lot of utility which makes her really fun to use. We hope that you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button below. You can also support us on our Patreon page. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. This is MiXarnt of MiXarnt&zBlade. Have a nice day.